Today, we're not going to raise our hands if we have something to say. I am going to call on you, and everybody has a name on one of these popsicle sticks. So when I ask a question, I don't want to hear anybody calling out or raising their hand. I'm just going to pick randomly. I'm going to go, and it's going to say, oh, look, this is Hunter M. Is Hunter M here today? No, he's not, as a matter of fact.
No, Hunter is here.
Oh, he is?
He's just being a slowpoke.
Is he late?
Yeah, he's
Okay.
a slowpoke.
So everybody has a name on their on their popsicle stick, right? It's okay. Yours is in here. Don't worry.
Oh, like Bob.
Right. So this is why we don't call out, and everybody can listen. Everybody can participate. But I am just going to randomly pick a popsicle stick out, and I'm just going to say, "Hey, Nicholas, what was that instrument over there?" Okay? Or I might ask another question. Maybe something about how this character is feeling. Now, we're going to watch Tubby the Tuba today. Where did we learn about a tuba?
In the orchestra.
In the orchestra, right? And Leia in the orchestra. And there are lots of instruments in the orchestra. We have stringed instruments with the violins, the violas, the cellos, and the basses. And then we have the brass instruments, which are what? What do I play? And then we have a trumpet. And we have, remember that beautiful circular instrument? Remember that one? The French horn. Exactly. And then we have the woodwinds, which are clarinets, bassoons. Remember the big bassoon and the oboe? So all of these instruments are going to be in our, hold on, and the bass is going to be in there too. All of these instruments are going to be in this cartoon that we're about to watch here. And who is the man, quiet hand in the air, who is the man that takes care of the orchestra and makes sure that everybody starts and stops? All right, let's make sure that we're quiet hand in the air so I can hear Hunter. So I'm going to start this film right now. We're going to watch this. I'm going to stop it a couple of times so you guys can answer some of my questions for me, okay? So let's go on. This is called Tubby the Tuba. Come here.
Once upon a time, there was an orchestra which was all busy tuning up. First, the oboe gave his A to the strings, the winds, to the brass. Up and around the scales they raced helter-skelter, faster and faster. Oh, the Tubby the Tuba. Up that little tuba, puffing away, but oh, so slow. Oh, what lovely music, thought Tubby, and sighed.
Why do you think Tubby's sighing? Why do you think Tubby feels sad? Nicholas, why do you think Tubby feels so sad?
What is that?
He's always just going.
Yeah.
Right? Does he get to play anything exciting?
No.
No, he only gets to play something that's really slow. But why is he slow? Because he's so big, right? And he plays really low, right? And here comes his friend Peepo the Piccolo. Let's just see what he says.
Well, what's the matter, said People the Piccolo. Oh, said Tubby, every time we do a new piece, you all get such pretty melodies to play. And I, never a pretty melody.
If Tubby was a student here, what do you think? What's Tubby doing? If we think about our IB learner profiles, tell me, Tate, what's Tubby doing right now? Is he? He's sighing, but he's thinking about something. What is he thinking about? He wants to play a high notes, and he wants to play a melody, right? Oh, no, I have to hold on to these.
Can we bring them home after we do that? After we use them?
Yes, okay. Well, after I'm going to hold on to these because I might use them from other classes. Come on, you guys. We're starting our story. And this is one instrument we didn't talk about. This is a piccolo. And a piccolo is a small flute, a little tiny flute like this big. And the flute is part of the, who remembers what the flute is part of? Leia, do you remember what family it is? Is it strings, woodwind, or brass? Woodwinds, right? Because it has little keys on it, right? So we know that that's a piccolo and it belongs to the woodwind family. Now Tubby is thinking about something. He wants to play a melody. Let's see what Tubby says. And
people don't write pretty melodies for tubas. It just isn't done. Oh, there's the conductor. Shh. First, the violins danced the lovely little tune. Then the woodwinds picked it up.
Can somebody tell me, what are these big ones in the back here?
Cellos.
Cellos. And Hunter M. What are these right here?
Violins.
These are, well, here's the violins, here are the violas, and these are the bass. There's a bass back here. What are these ones? Who remembers? Quiet hand in the air. Brielle.
Cello.
The cellos, right. Awesome. And so they're warming up. They're taking the melody. The violins usually play a lot of the melodies. Let's see who else plays the melody.
Our turn to the trumpets.
What other instrument do we see here?
Tubby, said the conductor. Tubby.
Uh-oh.
Tubby, what's the matter?
Is Tubby being principled? No. Why is Tubby not being principled?
Because he wants it.
He's sad, but what's he doing? The conductor said to stop, and what's Tubby doing?
He's playing.
He's playing. Should he be playing?
No.
No. Especially when we're in a group and we're playing music together, we want to be principled. We want to be looking at the conductor. When the conductor says to stop, everybody should stop. But Tubby's he's not being
He
principled.
probably did here.
Yes, well, let's see what happens.
Please, sir. I thought it would be so nice to dance with the pretty little tune instead of going paw, all the time. Stop it! Stop it, I say!
What do we think? Are the violins, the clarinets, and the trumpets, and the rest of the orchestra, are they being nice to Tubby, Sasha? No. Is that a nice?
Embarrassed.
He's being embarrassed. Is it nice to laugh at somebody if they have a problem? No. What do we want to do for somebody who has a problem? We want to help them, right? We don't want to laugh at them. We don't want to make fun of them. And it seems like the orchestra here is not doing a very nice job of trying to help Tubby. Let's find out what happens. Ready?
Tubby! Please, sir.
Tubby's sad.
I wasn't laughing. Rehearsal was over. And Tubby went to the river.
What's Tubby doing? Let's see. Ray, what's Tubby doing right now? It's something we do with in our IB learner profile. What do? We're thinking about something, but we're going over something in our mind, something that we did. Do you know what it is? What do we call that?
Thinking it over?
Thinking? Well, that's part of our IB learner, right? So we're thinking, but if you look in a mirror and you see yourself back, what is that?
Reflecting.
Yeah, so Tubby is what?
Reflecting.
He's reflecting. He's thinking about what happened in rehearsal. Maybe he's trying to make himself a little less sad. Let's see what happens. Uh-oh. Hunter, Lock Anthony. What just happened there?
The frog was nice to him, but Tubby didn't say anything since he was sad, so the frog just ran away.
Yeah. I mean, if somebody tries to come up and help you, if you're sad, you want to talk to them, right?
Yes.
We want to listen to them because maybe they can help us, right? So let's see what happens now. Ready? Here we go.
Oh, cried Tubby. Please, Mr. Frog, please come back. I'm sorry.
Did Tubby say thank you?
No!
Oh, wait a minute. Tubby
ran away.
He just ran away. I think he was very excited. So how is the frog helping Tubby out? Let's say Mia, how was the frog? How did the frog help Tubby out?
Singing?
Yeah, he sang to him, and was he friendly?
Yeah.
Did he help him out with an idea?
Yes.
He did. He helped him out with an idea. And Tubby took it and he ran. Tubby, come back and say thank you. Right?
Goodbye, Mr. Frog. And off went Tubby as happy could be.
He forgot to say thank you too.
Oh, I know. He said goodbye at least,
The
right?
next day, the orchestra was busy tuning up and buzzing with excitement over the arrival of the great new conductor, Signor Pizzicato.
Comes the... Now, we didn't talk about the word pizzicato. We've talked about the word, what sounds like pizzicato? Staccato, and that means what kind of notes? Short or long notes? Long. Nope. Wait a minute. Staccato. Short notes, right? Pizzicato is something we do on the violin or the cello or the bass. Instead of taking the bow like this, we pluck it with our finger. So if we pluck it with our finger, is it going to make the sound shorter or longer? Shorter. That's where they get the pizzicato. Sort of like staccato, only it's with the finger. So we say pizzicato. Now, what do you think here? Tubby is about to do something. He's going to play his melody, and we're going to see what happens. Do you think Tubby's going to take a big risk right now?
Yes.
Why is he going to take a risk?
Because he's trying a new thing.
Ah, he's trying a new thing.
Or
And
the teacher might not.
the conductor may say what?
No.
He might say no. He might say yes. But Tubby's going to take that risk, because if Tubby doesn't take that risk, what's going to happen to the tubas? Are they ever going to be able to play a melody?
No.
No. So let's see what happens. Tubby's going to take a big risk right now.
All right. Here we go. Begin.
Can play melodies? Tell me a real thing.
Well, this is
Tell
hard
me a
to-
real thing.
So what do we think? Is Tubby's risk paying off?
Yeah.
And why do you think it's paying off? Because what?
he said, let's hear the rest of it.
Yes, the
And he
conductor of all people, the conductor who's in charge of the orchestra, he's saying, yes, Tubby, take your risk and let's hear the rest of it. Now, what do you think? The violins were snickering, the trumpets were snickering. What did the trombone do? He stuck out his tongue like that, right? Was that a nice thing to do?
No.
Now, let's watch what happens, because I think things are about to change. Let's
Mr.
see what-
Nibble,
Why,
I
how?
think I know why he's named Tubby. Because he's chubby.
He's chubby. Well, what's a tuba? A tuba is pretty big and tubby, right? The bell of a tuba is like this big around. It's like this big. So that's pretty big. Let's see what happens. Right? Who remembers what these are? There, we played them in class. What are they? The xylophones. There we go. So we didn't really talk about the xylophones being in the orchestra, but there are xylophones in the orchestra. Let's listen to the xylophone.
And me, said the trombone.
That's how I keep playing it.
May I, said the cellist.
Well, this is a piano, but it's a very special piano. Does it look as big as a piano? It's a little, smaller, right? And it actually has a bell sound. So inside the piano usually are strings, but this has bells in it. So when we listen to the celeste, everybody say celeste. Right. Yes, it's a celeste piano. So let's look at the celeste and listen to it. Does it sound like bells?
Here I come, old people.
Oh, this guy, yay!
And there's his friend.
Oh, I remember him. I remember.
What's the name of that instrument? It's the
All played.
piccolo. Oh, who remembers those? The timpanis, right? Those are the big drums, and you can tune them high and you can tune them low. Hold on, let's finish it. And where's our conductor? He's right there. there.
Is this just a little cartoon or is it a long cartoon? It's raining. It feels a little. It's not done.
Uh-oh.
Well, we've done it, haven't we, Tubby? We have our points too, don't we? Oh, how happy I am.
You didn't call on some people.
Well, let's say Alexia. So, what happens if Tubby didn't take that risk and play the melody? What would have happened?
It would be sadder.
Yeah, let Alexia answer. What do you think? If Tubby had never taken that risk.
He would be sadder. He'll get sadder and sadder.
Right, and what happened at the end when he took the risk? And he was
happy. Everybody didn't laugh at him anymore.
Yes, exactly. As a matter of fact, Cameron, we had one answer from you. Let's have Ryan. Ryan.
I did have
So, Tubby took the risk and he played his melody.
Then I
Did everybody hold on? Did everybody want to be like Tubby all of a sudden? Yeah, he did, right? And let's have who didn't I get today?
I did.
No, Brielle. So it's good to take risks sometimes, right?
Yeah.
Right? Because what happens when we take risks? Suddenly things open up and our orchestra sounded so much better with the tuba playing the melody. How do we take risks here at school? Let's have Hunter M. Where is he? Oh, did he take off again? Where? Hunter M. Oh, he left. Okay. How about, let's say, Cameron. All right. So how do we take risks here at school? Let's have everybody sit up on your bottoms, too, okay?
Didn't come.
Yeah, I think we did. Ready? Okay, so how do we take a risk at school?
Take risks playing with a new friend.
Oh, playing with a new friend. Good. Miela, how do you take a risk at school?
Trying.
Oh, there's no risk taking yet? What's that?
Trying new work.
Okay, so yes, so new things to do, right? And so, what should I do? I'm sorry. Oh, you're talking. Okay, so we take a risk, and it's scary to do new things, isn't it, Blanca? Sometimes. But if we do that new thing, and then suddenly we see that it's easy, and everybody wants to join, how do we feel? Do we feel like we're taking a risk anymore? No, we don't, right? We've said. And Brielle, you had a question too?
I took a risk on the 7 chain.
Oh, the 7 chain. Why did you take a risk on the 7 chain? What's so risky about 7 chain? Did you know about 7s before? Or you weren't sure?
I wasn't sure.
Mm-hmm. So there was a
But
possibility that you might.
Still
What?
did.
Yeah, but we're working on it. Are we feeling a little bit better the more we try it?
Yeah.
Right, Sasha?
When I got first on the 6 chain,
Mm-hmm.
I count first time pass on 100.
So you did it right on the first time, but was it a little bit scary when you first tried it?
I really didn't
You didn't want to.
get the hang of it, but I really did at the end.
But you did at the end, right? So something is scary at first, but suddenly we try it, we get used to it, and then suddenly we find
not
out that
scary.
it's pretty easy, Joey.
Scary. I heard different things, and it's not at school, but it's like with my dad and my sister.
Okay, so tell us. Ray, let's listen to Jolie over here.
First, I listened to a song. My dad listened to it first, and then he brings it to me, and I'm like,